are you doing there?
Oh, I'm washing the seafood that I bought from the wet market.
Hi everyone!
My name is Suraya Moshidi.
My name is Obi Guat.
And my name is Wei Ke-Xin.
Have you watched our introduction video just now? How was it?
Do you feel hungry?
But before that, let us bring you to our
Blossom Interactive Video Lesson Concept! I'm so hungry and tired. Let's get something to eat.
Me too.
Okay, I have a feeling to cook today. What do you guys want to eat?
Seafood Tom Yum!
Okay.
So our topic is the importance of biodiversity. What do you know about invertebrate? It is also one of the topics listed in Science Form 2 syllabus.
In this video, we're going to show students about biodiversity in their daily life.
Biodiversity is a broad topic in science where students rarely realize how important it is as it revolves around us.
Therefore, we will explain the concept of biodiversity by narrowing down into invertebrates.
In this topic, students should be able to explain the meaning of invertebrate,
Classify the category of invertebrate, joint leg or without legs.
And list the characteristics of invertebrate based on experimental learning. The location of segment 1 is at Suraya's place. The video begins when Ui, Ong and Suraya are discussing what to have for lunch. An idea powered in their mind and they decided to have traditional seafood cuisine. So off they go to the morning wet market. The second location is at the kitchen. After coming back from the wet market, immediately they go to the kitchen to prepare for lunch. Suraya, who is washing the squid, asks Eng and Ui.
I wonder, what class of animal is this? It is very soft and squishy.
Let us think about it.
For activity 1, students will have to discuss in groups and list down possible answers to solve the questions that Suraya asked.
In segment 2, Ui and Eng will talk about squid is an invertebrate. The main characteristics that separates invertebrates from other organisms is the absence of the spinal column and backbone. It can be further categorized into two groups, joint legs and without legs. In activity 2, students observe the examples given, 2 invertebrates with joint legs and another 2 invertebrates without legs, and further elaborate into a mind map in groups under teacher's guidance.
Meanwhile, in segment 3, location is at the dining hall. While enjoying the scrumptious Malaysian cuisine, they also discuss in detail about the dynamic of invertebrate. Suraya will ask the girls whether they know that most of invertebrates live in water, such as squid, prawns, clam, crab, and so on. Most invertebrate population comprise of insects. They are grasshopper, earthworm, caterpillar, spider, and so on.
I will also explain that there are 2 types of invertebrates, those with joint legs and without legs. The characteristics of invertebrates with joint legs are 2 pairs of legs, 3 pairs of legs, and more than 3 pairs of legs.
Eng will explain that the characteristics of invertebrates without legs are organisms that looks like worm and not in the form of worm. Teacher will also use mind map to assist the explanation while showing the videos to the students.
In activity 3, it will be carried out in the lab where student works in group. Each group will be given various specimens of invertebrate such as squid, prawn, snail, and grasshopper. The apparatus will be given to the student for this experiment, such as forceps, magnifying glass, dissecting knife, and specimen jar.
Before the video ends, the teacher will show the summary of the topic learned via mind map.
So that's all for our
Blossom Interactive Video Lesson Concept.
Bye! We have our seafood tom yum with us. So here goes our invertebrate.
Bye!
Bye guys, see you soon. Please come again. After introducing the concept of biodiversity in vertebrate and vertebrate which students have learned previously, the teacher relates the lesson learned to a real-life situation where students are asked to observe the surrounding of the tropical rainforest in Malaysia, which are surrounded by rich flora and fauna. Question 1. Based on your prior knowledge, now can you identify the difference between invertebrate and vertebrate?
Question 2. Without invertebrate, what will happen to the world? Will it affect the ecosystem, and why do you say so? In summary, vertebrate and invertebrate, together with other living organisms in the world, form the complete biodiversity. Every organism plays an important role in the ecosystem. If any of the living organism is disrupted or harmed, the biodiversity system will become imbalanced.
Question 3. Will it affect the other living organisms in the food chain? Explain how it happens and what will happen eventually. The food chain will be affected when one breed of the living organism is endangered or harmed. If their population changes in numbers, either reproduction or becoming less, it will affect the other living organisms that feed on or rely on those organisms. Eventually, it will have an impact on the food web and even human beings.
In conclusion, biodiversity is important as it gives human beings and all the living things in the universe a sustainable life.
It is just like Malaysia, where all the races, Malay, Chinese, Indian and other races that live harmoniously in one country.
Each race has its own distinctive inheritance, which makes them unique in their own way, just like a natural phenomenon.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.